Alright, in this video, I am going to show you how to graph Ferris wheel problems. I'm not going to show you how to set it up. If you want to know how to set it up, I have linked Mr. Tohak's video for number 5 and number 7 here. But our main focus is going to be getting values for F, G, J, K, and P in terms of what they are. Notice how for F, G, J, K, and P, I don't give you any axes. The only thing I give you is that F is your maximum, G is your midline, J is your minimum, K is your midline, and then P is your maximum. So first, looking at my trig equation and my little setup right here, I'm going to figure out what my midline is, my max and my min, based off of all of this right here. I know that my midline is going to be 290. And since my amplitude is 260, I'm going to add 260 and I'm going to subtract 260. That's going to give me 550 up top, and that's going to give me 30 at the bottom. Now, F is my maximum right here. So my goal is to figure out what this is right here. Well, if I'm starting at the ground right here, that means that my maximum is going to be at 550, and I got to figure out my time. Well, from here, we know that one full rotation is 30 minutes. Since one full rotation is 30 minutes, half of a rotation is going to be 15 minutes, which tells me that F is going to be 15 minutes, and then I know that my maximum is going to be 550. Now, a half of a half, aka my quarter, which is going to bring me down to my midline right here, that's going to take me 7.5 minutes. So this is going to be 7.5 minutes. This is going to be 7.5. This is going to be 7.5. And this is going to be 7.5. So this tells me that G, my midline, is going to be 22.5 minutes. And then I'm going to have 290 feet. So after 22.5 minutes, I'm going to be at 290 feet. Then 7.5 more minutes, I'm going to go down, and that's going to bring me to my minimum. So that's going to mean that after 30 minutes, I'm going to be 30 feet above the ground. Then another 7.5 minutes, I'm going to be back at my midline. So that means that after 37.5 minutes, I'm going to be back at 290. And then once again, I'm going to add 7.5 minutes. That's going to give me 45. And I'm going to be up at 550. Now this should make sense because notice how here, my distance between 15 and 550 and 45 and 550 is 30, which is essentially my period, which is a good thing because I know that one full rotation is 30 minutes. Now, we're going to do the same thing for number 7, where I need to figure out, in relation to my current trig equation, what my maximum is right here, because I'm starting at my maximum F. Well, right now, it tells me that if I start at the 3 o'clock position, it's going to take me 2.5 seconds to reach the maximum point. So from here to here, it's going to take me 2.5 seconds. So it already told me what my quarter period is. And since I'm starting at the 3 o'clock position right here, this tells me that this is going to be 2.5, and then whatever my maximum is. So let me go ahead and do that. This is going to be 8, my midline. My maximum is going to be 15, and then my minimum is going to be 1. So that means that after 2.5 seconds, I'm at 15 meters. Then I'm going to fall down. So that's going to give me 2.5 seconds. That's going to be 5. So after 5 seconds, I'm at 8 feet. And then if I'm going to fall down again to my minimum, 2.5 more seconds, that means at 7.5, I'm going to be at 1. And then 2.5 more seconds, I'm going to be back at my midline, aka my starting point right here, which is going to give me 10. and then 8, which makes sense because if it takes me 2.5 seconds right here, 2.5 times 4 is going to give me 10 seconds. Then I'm going to add 2.5 seconds to reach my maximum again. That's going to give me 12.5 and then 15. And once again, this should make sense because if my period is 12, not 12, 10, I should have a period of 10 right here. So that's how you would set out these types of problems whenever you don't know what your maximum is, aka if you're not starting at the 12 o'clock position. Sometimes you might be asked to find, let's see, we did the 6 o'clock position right here, and then we did the 3 o'clock position right here. If I were to do something like the 9 o'clock position, you're going to do the same thing, but thinking about, what's going to be my maximum for this? And to get that, you're just going to have to do 3/4 to get your maximum if I were to do the 9 o'clock position right here, just like number 8.